of Virginia.
Y'all think Donald Trump's going to go to jail?
Probably not.
I think he'll be like fined.
He'll be fined?
Yeah.
He'll be fined for selling nuclear secrets. That's fucking wild.
Sounds
Pay
about
us
what?
Yo, getting fined.
Oh, wait,
for like,
wait, what?
Imagine.
They found nuclear secrets on his laptop? He gave that to the Russians?
He was trying to sell it to the Saudi Arabians. He was like, what you talking about?
For how much? Damn, I didn't. I don't pay attention to that shit. Like, I didn't think they was gonna do nothing to him anyway.
His money.
He had.
How much was he trying to get? Do y'all know?
No, nobody knows.
Because if that was me, bro, and I had the secrets to nuclear, bro, bidding starts at $1 billion, and not like one.
He's
bidding starts at like
billionaire.
50 billion.
Yeah.
So another 50 billion is gonna hurt me how?
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a
I'm surprised I'm the one who said that. That makes me feel really horrible. I feel really disgusted with myself right now. But
that was a very good.
But like, I'm like, what are you talking about?
I've never seen Mitch clap back that hard before.
I didn't mean to, because that's not my style. That isn't who I am.
Hurt me how?
That isn't who I am. Let's not pretend like this is who I am. I'm just having fun, kids. Okay, calm down. Anyway, what else did they find in this man's laptop?
No, it's not the laptop. He had documents.
Yeah, he like
paper.
right when
it
was like, and he was his excuse was like, I didn't think I was gonna lose the presidency, so I had to pack up really fast. And when I packed up really fast, I just grabbed a bunch of documents and took it with me. That's what he said.
And then he kept them shits for 2 years.
Like he packs himself
for 2 years. He's not been president, and he's just
like,
held on to that shit.
Just in case, like so the Saudis remember. Just in case, hey Saudi, just so you know. So if you remember, you told me right here that you'd give me this billion amount of dollars for the United States nuclear secrets.
Yeah, he got the Carfax.
Give me the nuclear Carfax.
He got the Carfax for the nuke. That is hilarious.
But no, I had no idea. That's fucking crazy.
Oh no, yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
When they fucking raided him,
all jokes aside, that's fucking crazy, bro.
They found like 170 documents or some shit.
Whoa!
Oh my god, damn! Like
something was super non-digital for some reason. Like
it's
2005.
Bro,
they was trying to flush.
They was trying to flush what down the toilet?
The documents, the papers and shit. They was trying to.
Oh, really? When they found them, just pulled up to the crib. I was like, damn it, get them shits, nigga. Come on. I can't lose this job.
You hear all these shredders going in the background.
Like, FBI is just like, guys, we said put your hands up like literally 20 seconds ago.
Pandemonium.
Somebody I haven't been keeping it up with it that much, but I did see one tweet where somebody was like, Trump's a dumbass when like he's trying to flush documents in a place that has like 5 chimneys. Like it has 5.
He's using whiteout. He's trying to white everything out.
He's like, God damn, how do I get rid of these faster? Shit, just throw some paint on them. God damn.
Got little fireplaces.
Oh my God, bro. Like, at least you're right. At least 5 of the pictures, like, oh my God, bro. America, bro. America's got it. Yo, we like, I just must imagine how the rest of the world like laughs at us most of the time. Like, we was chilling, like a few years ago, it was like, yeah, Trump. He's like, America really thought that was best, huh? And then next year, it's like, former president found trying to flush documents down the toilet in the house with 5 chimneys. And people just like, yo, I pity this country. I pity this country.
Chimney crickets.
Chimney crickets. I was thinking that when he said that, too. Chimney crickets.
Like, the what? 5 what?
Yo.
The what?
Sorry.
He had what, bitch? He had what?
5 chimneys.
Chimney crickets.
Chimneys.
Anyway, moments ruined. Moments gone. Y'all are horrible. I just want you to know how horrible you are.
Oh, no.
Hurting people's feelings isn't nice, guys.
Oh, my God. If you're just tuning in.
They're not just tuning in. They've been listening in this entire time.
Shut the fuck up, Mitch. I did it for 65 episodes. I'm not stopping now. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Logan, and this is the Milk and Toast Podcast. I'm here with my best friend, Mitch. Say hi to the people, Mitch.
Sorry, I was drinking some water.
Damn.
Hydration is key, y'all. Hydration is key. Hydration.
Nice. I'm also here with my other best friend, Annie. Say hi to the people, Annie.
How about hi, people? That's an OT.
I'm not doing this with y'all today.
Had that one locked and loaded, ready. Yeah. I got my hello, yes.
Okay, I see how everybody's gonna be today.
If y'all could see the death glare.
Yo, as always, if you like the show, share the show, like the show, comment on the show, do whatever you like. You can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're also on YouTube, so you can listen to the podcast on YouTube. And if you have YouTube Premium, you can close the app and listen to us at the same time.
Was that a spot for YouTube Premium?
Not really, but I'm just saying that's an idea of what you can do with the podcast.
Nigga, is they paying us for you to be doing these spots like that?
Somebody
and you thought you was getting away with it too.
Can you leave me alone?
Carry on. He knows exactly what he did. No, he knows what he did. Carry on. He knows how this works.
I was in a groove. I was doing the intro.
I wasn't going to let you get away with it.
Can we talk about the fact?
Nobody knows what you're talking about, bitch.
Thank you, Annie. That's
Shameless
right.
Nobody knows what we're not supposed to do. He knows. He knows. That's all that matters. I don't care.
No one else does. Enough. Jesus. He knows.
Annie's. I like Annie.
Sorry.
No, I love you, Mitch. Thank you.
Shut up. It's too late.
But you did take it too far sometimes.
I've done 65 intros, okay, so far, and none of them have been scripted. Whether that's good or bad.
No, you don't say.
The one time I actually get it off in a very smooth way, Mitch is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, I'm just like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Gotta be me, man.
I'm just trying my best. I'm just,
try harder.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry.
That is the most Haitian you've ever been on this show.
Yeah, I know. Damn. I feel like once again, y'all making me hate myself 2 seconds after.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not.
Matter of fact, while we're on Mitch's bad energy, Mitch, you want to tell us why you hate the holidays?
Oh yeah.
Fuck you and intro, and that's not what I said. What I
feel like that's literally
you want me to read what you said?
You said you're like, I hate the holidays.
Yes,
holiday season. I hate the holiday season.
Right.
Wow. And in what way is that better?
Because that specifically means when we say the holiday season, we're talking about that specific moment of time between September and New Year. It's really Christmas because I don't really count New Year's because you can't really do much for New Year's.
Right.
But it's that specific time between September and December. Yes.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. No. As opposed, go ahead. Continue.
Between September and December, and all those holidays and extra things. We're doing Labor Day, of course, which is great. We have Thanksgiving. Specifically, when I say that, I'm talking Christmas, but because Christmas has just become this former shell of itself. So I don't fuck with the holiday season. Yeah, it really has. I think and I just noticed it because we do
Christmas
shit.
Is kind of lit.
Christmas is fucking crazy lit.
Christmas is a capitalist ploy to get you to spend more. It works every time. No one cares anymore. And I guess that's cool.
That sounds like broke boy energy to me.
Yeah, you don't have to buy shit for it to be Christmas. You could just enjoy some twinkly lights and eggnog
and shit. That's usually how it is and how it's conveyed and what ends up happening. And no one actually cares about the spirit of things, which is my main thing. Because I love Halloween, which is a candy ploy. Birth of your Lord and Savior. That's what it is to you for some, but it isn't anymore. You have all this stuff going on. It's just people forget the spirit. I'm only on it because I'm showing up to work and I'm forgetting it's September. I walk in and pumpkins and shit is out. I'm like, oh, fuck, we just entered the holiday season again. I'm like, why this shit? Mind you, it wasn't even the end of August when shit started. So I was like, all right, you couldn't wait till September, September 1st right there. You couldn't it was just a few days.
Retail's a touchy place to be when you dislike the holidays.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And I've worked in many a retail environment and been like, yo, people just show the ugliest sides of themselves to make sure they're child, spouse, brother, and thing. I'm like, I get it. I understand. I respect it on some level. It's just, It seems to me like we're forgetting ourselves. My problem is, as we go deeper and deeper, and as the years go on, the generations go on, the decades proceed, people just forget the meaning of things, which has already happened to us and why we're so fucked up. So I guess now I'm just a little touchy about it. Now that I'm like 30 and like a curmudgeon about shit now, that I've reached that what's up, young blood age? Like, all right, young blood. You know, back in my day, young blood. Damn, young blood.
Grinchy Mitch.
Fuck you.
So what's the meaning? What's the real meaning of the Christmas holidays that everyone forgot?
It depends. Holiday season. I mean, so we start. I mean, in America, it's funny because people are like afraid sometimes of witchcraft and paganism and stuff like that. Except a lot of the holidays are rooted in some of them. Halloween being Hallows Eve, typical pagan holiday. Christmas, Yule. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And so things back in the day had some sort of meaning, some spiritual meaning. And then internationally, like there are different holidays, De los Muertos in like Mexico and stuff like that. And there was a connection to the culture. And I don't remember if it was last show or the show before, but we talked about a disconnect like between people and what happens in a culture. Mm-hmm. I think that was actually you, Logan. And this is literally one piece of it.
Take your word for it.
It's like, yo, culture stops connecting. Well, we don't have to. Culture stops connecting to, we stop connecting to each other, and all of a sudden things just become stale, cold. No one gives a fuck. And they think it doesn't matter, but the more you stop giving a fuck about the thing meant to bring us together, the more you stop giving a fuck about the people you're supposed to be coming together with.
I take Mitch's point. However, I have to push back a little bit because Mitch, during the holiday season, you also don't like to do shit. Like you don't like to do anything.
I'm festive, just in my own way, not in yours.
You don't get out the house. Like I'd be inviting you
just
to mad
shit. Just because I don't get out the house, don't mean I'm not festive.
Like you could like enjoy the holiday season with me. Like we could go freely. Freely. We could go to the fucking
This is New York City, son.
Of all places.
This is the place to be
to have the holiday spirit. Yeah.
You can walk around and be festive as shit, not have to spend a dime.
So just so we're clear, Mitch enters the festive spirit as soon as Halloween starts drawing near. The veil is becoming thin. I don't need y'all holidays, y'all fun to get festive. That's not me. For the last time, I don't like going outside as much as I used to. I, prefer chilling. We having a party. Where it's at? Can we get drunk as a
vibe's good? Move out for the
how
first
can you
time.
critique the holidays if you don't be enjoying? Because
I'm still outside
holidays.
enough. I'm not like a hermit. I'm still outside enough to see. And once again, as Annie pointed out, I work retail. I've worked retail. I'm currently working at. Well, we know I'm working, and like I'm seeing it, and I'm like, oh wow. And I forgot for a little bit because I hadn't been doing stuff like that. I've been doing different kind of work. So I'm like, oh wow. I'm about to see a different kind of people come in very, very soon. I better get ready.
So you said you were festive. How are you festive? What are your festive
with
ways?
me? Well, I'm like just an internally spiritual person. So as soon as like there's certain rituals I have. I mean, I don't be out here talking to y'all about it because honestly, that's none of y'all business.
Well, what?
But like,
you
no,
don't no,
I get it. No.
Damn,
no, I'm not saying it like that. I just
I got because place to be.
Because like no, I just like because people are like, yo, Mitch, what are you doing? It's like I don't get into that unless people like show a genuine
I'm just
interest.
asking right now because you mentioned you were festive. So
I just get into
sacrificing elves. That's why you don't want to talk about it.
Let's not get into specifics.
This is what Yule was about.
Let's not get into specifics. But the point is, I'll do little things here and there, like little rituals here and there. I'll observe certain like holidays in terms of the pagan calendar. Like Samhain is a holiday, or like I said, Yule. Samhain is the original like form of Halloween,
so
but
what do you do
it's
for
from
that?
Like basically, well, that I'm not going to talk about.
All right, never bring
no one was ready for this. Mitch, why'd you have? You know what? I ain't even gonna say.
Well, because anyway. I think everybody is kind of like we don't know what we can ask you now.
But then you don't want to talk about it either. So it's like
I'm just talking. What? No, I just meant this. The personal rituals that I do are to me. Those aren't supposed to be. You know what I mean? There's certain things I could do, but like.
Yeah, like what was the other thing that you? What was the thing? It wasn't Yule. It was like the other thing that you said. Samhain. So can you talk about what that is? Because it's not like your thing. That's just like a thing that is Googleable. But like, what is that?
And it's spelled Samhain.
Okay.
It's the Gaelic pronunciation is supposed to be like Samhain, but it's spelled Samhain. So it looks like Samhain, and some of us say it like Samhain because we're not freaking Gaelic, but it's supposed to be like Samhain.
Yeah.
And so it's where we get Halloween, and basically, harvest. It's harvest festival type deal, but it's also when the veil.
Sorry, good.
Oh my god!
I know she knows how to pick them, doesn't she? She knows how to pick them, doesn't she?
Don't distract this.
Try to help make this entertaining. Jesus, my bad, guys. Go ahead, Mitch. Go ahead on your 30-minute rant about
Mitch
something
is educating the people.
You're right. Go ahead. Continue
about old white people religions. Okay, just let him do it.
In any case, it is the day when the veil between the worlds, that being that of this physical realm and the spiritual over top of it, is its weakest. It's why you get the stories about ghosts and ghouls, because during this time is when all the freaky supernatural stuff would technically be most occurrent. Halloween has the feeling that it has, and why you dress up in costumes and stuff to like scare away people, because that's what was out, ghouls and goblins and shit like that.
I don't know. Sometimes you just dress slutty.
And no one can say anything.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
That's the best
and don't
part
we love
Halloween.
it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't we love it? Oh,
I've never done that.
Why not?
Ever.
That's her business,
I never wanted to.
Jeez.
Really?
What a woman does with her body's her business.
I'm just asking. Damn.
And I'm answering. Don't answer for me, bitch.
Yeah, damn.
You're right.
No, I've never done that. I just never liked it. I was always just like, because I also love Halloween. It's always been my favorite, like, day of the year, my favorite holiday. I love it. So I was always like annoyed by the fact that Halloween came around and the only thing women are allowed to do is just be fucking whores. It just annoyed me. I remember there was one year in high school, me and my friend, me and her were like, what are we gonna do for Halloween? And she was like, let's be something sexy. And I was like, no. I like yelled it. I was like, no, we're not. We're gonna be something funny. We're gonna be something cool. So I forced her. She wanted to be like a sexy Layla. She had this like little bra thing. We were like 17. And I was like, no. So I forced her to be a fruit with me. So I had this big red shirt.
Why did I think it was going to be a food?
And I put a pillow under me and a big red shirt. And I had brown Uggs and I was an apple. And I made her do the same thing with the yellow shirt. She was a squash. But then, she was an asshole. She would walk around and people would ask what we were. And I'd be like, we're an apple and a squash. And she'd be like, we're fat people. And I'm like,
holy shit.
That's not good.
That's not good.
No, we're not. Stop it.
That's dark.
Should have just let you be a whore.
Yeah, damn, bro.
Wow.
She's a squash. Sorry.
She's a squash. Sorry. Sorry about my friend.
Oh, dang, yo, that's funny. No, but I feel, well, do you think that would change now? Really like bother you that much? Because don't get me wrong, I get what you're like saying, but I've also seen you like dress up and not, I wouldn't say like slutty, but hot and whatnot.
No, you've never seen me slutty. You've seen me like I like dressing up as actual costumes. Like what costume are you thinking of?
I just was wondering because I feel you in terms of Halloween, but like I've seen you like wear like really hot stuff. So what makes hot? Is it because like there's that already?
I'm just hot. Just kidding.
Okay, that's also valid.
No.
Yeah,
also valid.
No.
There we go.
I haven't. I've never dressed hot for the sake of being hot. I've gone as Tina Turner that one year. You might have thought I had that little dress
that year.
And the wig. I mean, Tina Turner is just like, a hot thing. But that was a Tina Turner outfit. I'm trying to think of something else that might have come off as maybe the clown. I guess, but that was like a last minute thing.
No, she's just the clown.
I was even fully covered, but it was like kind of a slutty clown thing because it was like a leotard type of thing. But I wore like stockings and shit. Like I was covered. It was a little tight though. But I just I like creativity and dressing up. You never get to do that. So it's like, but like I'm older and I get that like people aren't thinking about their Halloween costume all the time because we're 30 and we got bills and shit. So. Yeah. When people just like stick on cat ears and lipstick, I'm like, all right, you were just tired and you're not that creative. I get it. Right. It's not a big deal. But like if people are slutty, it's like, whatever. I mean, say la vie. Let people live their lives.
She's like trying so hard not to be slut shamey about that.
I know, I am. I'm like, I don't know. Like people can do what they want. Her body, her choice,
I guess.
But
if you want to
they're
have like your fishnets on.
I just don't like if I go to a store, my only options are a bunch of slutty versions of shit. That's annoying. Where it's like, why are the guys that get all the funny shit and the girls have to have like the slutty version of shit? That's annoying.
What would be like that's a good question. What's a slutty guy Halloween costume? Like, what would that be?
There aren't.
It's always like,
I mean, like
funny,
if we could imagine,
like there's like a big dick, like a dick in a box. That's a thing, you know.
I don't like that. Yeah, I hate those. Yeah,
they're they're
those
just
aren't
like
good.
goofy.
Yeah.
To be honest, but we don't. Well, Annie's kind of touching on another point. There isn't a slut shamey guy costume. If a guy, for instance, if I
slut shame a guy.
If I put on like a thong or something, put on some shades and say I'm some character, technically it'd be slutty, but no one would be like, oh, he's dressing up slutty. They'd just be like, oh, yo. And if I'm in shape, like they'll just be like, oh, yo, awesome costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's really only the women actually where it's like.
Yeah, you was kind of dressed a little slutty last year, Mitch.
When I came out and did and I would just I was just a witch again because I was lazy. I was one of those 30 lazy motherfuckers. And like,
he like painted his face, but like his shirt was open the whole time and he had like tight pants.
Not the whole time. It was like half it. Oh, no. I did have, I did have the shirt open the entire time. Did. I forgot. Yeah.
There was a slutty, you remember the Halloween party I had, Mitch? And all the like 4 or 5 dudes came in. They were like oiled up. They all came as the Egyptian shit. As pharaohs. There were like 5 pharaohs at this big Halloween party I threw a few years ago.
That's a good one. I'm not
gonna lie. All these dudes, and they were just like they're like fuckboys all year round. But they came in, they were all like chest out, oiled up, and they were just like, fat. It was like mad. I'm like, what just happened? I know they're all in a group chat, and they're all like, boys, let's do this shit.
Let's get this shit done. We got one mission.
And they're sluts, so that was a slutty costume for them because they just got this gold flap and a headpiece and baby oil, and that was their costume.
That sounds like a good costume.
That was one at your house, right? The one at your house.
At Bleecker.
You sure it wasn't? It
was all the Valley Stream,
So it was probably some of the pool party.
Their friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was like what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were a priest that year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled up in the cross and everything just shut up. I was covered from head to toe. Like, haha, I'm prude. But even still, those guys wouldn't be slut shamed. That would just be normal for them.
Yeah.
Those aren't slutty costumes. It's really a woman thing. And that's why.
No, they are still slutty costumes. But like to take your point, nobody's going to say anything.
No one's calling them. Yeah, not universally. People just like, oh, that's normal. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like. And the other thing, Annie, is like, because you said like, yo, I show up to a costume spot and that's all there is for me as a woman. What the fuck? Which is also fucked up. The problem being there is that the slut-shamey costume, the slutty costumes they sell. Because Halloween, that's a great opportunity for me to, I know the girls are going to want to wear this. They'll think this is cute. They'll think this is hot. They don't think in terms of what's creative for the woman. How much can really do to give them great costume options.
And if you're going to be creative, you're probably not going to go to the Halloween store and pick up a costume in the bag anyway. So it's like, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to have these Halloween stores come at me because I love them. So it's
you
my
should
happy
come
place.
at them.
But
fuck you, Party City.
Yeah. Right? Punks. Fucking Spirit Halloween. No, I love
just
Spirit
fucking
Halloween. I would live in a
Summer
Spirit
and Rick, the fucking Party City.
Have they found a new host? Has Spirit Halloween found a new host body yet? Have they started?
I hope so.
I mean, they usually start in
the
like
White House
August.
into a Spirit Halloween window.
That'd be great. Then we get all the homeless people on the street on the front steps could walk in and get some costumes. Good for them.
That would make Halloween very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone know what they want to be for Halloween yet? It's a little early, but like
I do, but I can't say.
No, I don't actually. Not yet.
Yeah, because it's gonna be good. So
I don't know actually. I gotta.
Can you tell me offline? Every year it just comes to me.
No,
it has to be a surprise.
Sometimes last year it didn't come to me, but
no, because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. Like I know, so I don't want to ruin it. But the Pharaoh thing, I might do that next year. Like that sounds like a good idea.
I got to get in a better shape for it.
I might get into like semi good shape for it, and then do maybe even makeup with it with like I would look like Prince but as a pharaoh. You know what I mean?
They were all Haitian too.
Wow. Wow.
They were all
Okay.
Haitian. There were
Well.
5 oiled up, glistening, pumped out Haitian men.
That sounds like a really good idea.
They work out serious. They were like in
Yeah.
really good shape.
It was
like
crazy.
she's like we're laughing, but they're like in great shape.
No, yeah, it's
They're in
like it's
wonderful shape.
intense.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That party was that
I
was a movie.
am.
Good
I'm-
times. It was good
I'm
times. It was
team-
good times. Yeah.
I am
Yeah, it was
team
good times.
slutty.
They made the
outfit.
rest of my party hotter. Sorry, Logan, keep going. Go ahead.
No,
My
you're
bad.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm team slutty outfit because I think that
Of course you are, guy.
well,
Man.
You know, I just
Hear me out
what's not
first.
hot about a woman with her titties out? I mean, I like looking at a nice ass. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying that in our type of country where like
Right.
sex is so taboo, I think it's kind of positive to have at least one night where like people can kind of just express themselves without having to really worry about it the next day. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, I wore the slutty outfit, but like, haha.
Mhm.
But like at the
Yeah.
same time, not haha. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
like some people like you actually get the opportunity to be your sexual self and like
Yeah.
be comfortable with that. Where instead of like,
Sometimes.
well, yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
depending
if you
on
are, you know.
yeah, on Halloween.
on
No,
but,
I
Halloween,
meant like
it's
if
like-
I meant like if you are comfortable with yourself, because some people don't wear certain
But, like,
costumes, you know.
Even if you're not, slap a mask on and you can
Yeah.
still be, you know,
Yeah,
like there
that's
are
true.
ways
There are some
to
benefits to that.
mask,
yeah.
metaphorically and literally mask yourself because you're not you. You're in a
Yeah.
costume, so you can like, I can do what I want.
Yeah,
That
there's
is part
so
of the
many
costume.
different.
You're right, yeah.
So I
Yeah,
kind
that's
of,
it's
true.
I kind
yeah.
of like that. So I don't like when people get on
I agree.
people for wearing the slutty costumes because I'm like, just let somebody be them. Like let
I
them
agree. Yeah.
have their fun and like you have your fun being a potato and they'll have their fun being like sexy Catwoman or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you're
let
right.
it be. Like
Exactly. You yell at my high school self. I
Yeah.
do often. Yeah, that was back when all where the girls are like,
Said I
I
do
don't like
often.
pink because anything girly means bad. It's like, no, we
Yeah,
know better
exactly.
now. It's like you can like pink and still be.
Yeah, man. So you let
Cool
Slutty
and a
Miss
girl.
Bo Peep be Slutty Miss Bo Peep because I'm
Yeah.
trying to be one of her sheep. You feel me? Like that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
oh
That's all
wow,
I'm
Mitch.
saying. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean for that. Yeah, but it rolled
Revealing
off
a
the tongue.
lot.
It rolled
Revealing
off
a
the
lot.
tongue too. I gotta
Somebody's
gotta
a
dial that
bottom.
I gotta deal that back a little bit.
Would you
I gotta
like
do
some
that.
cold water, sir?
Nah, we good.
You should be
We
a
good.
bottom for Halloween, Mitch.
How do I? Oh,
he
do
does
you,
that
like, put
for
the
every day
thing-
though. So
Put
Like,
that in.
you
Put
should-
the thing in my mouth and the suit and all that.
Yeah.
No, wait,
And have,
Maybe
like, a woman
find
with
a
a chain?
female. Yeah, like
Okay, so
like
and are you just gonna
you're a-
ask me outright? Or are you gonna keep trying to
I was
do
just
it, like,
thinking,
with
like, do I
suspense?
want to? I don't know if I
Yeah,
want to
like
lose
I don't know
out
why
on-
you beating around the bush. Just ask me like a
I mean,
woman, damn it.
it could be my backup if I don't think of something better for myself. I could be your
I'll-
master,
I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. Actually, it would be funny as fuck. We pull up on
Yeah.
everybody. They're like, "What the fuck?"
and
So
you're
I'll
on,
think about
on
it.
my leash.
Just walking, and I could play the shit out of that, yo.
Yeah,
it
you
would be
would,
so
too.
much fun.
Yeah,
You would too. Don't look at me like, oh, you
I
would
know.
too, chick. You know damn well you gonna play your part too, like better than me, damn it. Because I'm gonna get into it, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh right, I can do almost whatever I want with Mitch.
I know,
Next, you know,
yeah.
Andy kicks a nigga across the room, and I just get up and laugh, and turn into like, oh fuck, was that too hard? But Mitch
I
just
told
springs
you.
back up.
Ask my permission if you want to speak.
oh shit.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I'm down.
Yes, Mister. yeah. All right, next time just ask me like a woman. God damn it, don't be out here. Hey, what you wink, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm doing. So if you serious about backup, I'm down. If we just pull up, and we like, yo, we did talk about this.
I'm down for.
what the hell?
I'm down for backup. Yeah.
All right, air 5 it up.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be a dominatrix for Halloween.
Be
Hey, make
you know what you should do? Be a grape that's a dominatrix for Halloween.
Dominatrix grape.
Yes, that way you satiate both sides of
I should
yourself.
just look like a dominatrix, but wear purple instead of black, and be like, I'm a grape.
Yeah.
like in
That would be awesome.
Like I'm a cat. Duh.
Well,
And she's
hey,
just
yeah.
in full latex.
You didn't know?
Yeah, like
Like you
obviously
couldn't
I'm
tell
a cat.
the fuck, like.
Duh.
Well, Annie, you said you had said before. Oh wait, I forget. Was this in private or not? In terms of like
Show me the
top bottom.
Carfax.
In terms of like top bottom and stuff, I think you were saying like you wanted to have like an experience of like feeling dominated and stuff like that. So maybe you play the reverse.
No, I would never do that at a party in public. I was talking about
what
like
horny
in private in
toasty
bed
shit
in
is
like
going on right now.
No,
What?
no.
I don't think I could. I would never allow myself to do that around other people. I might have a little too much pride. Not even pride. I just don't like that.
You'd feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just I'm like, don't talk. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know. The terms would have to very clearly be discussed prior, and I would have to like take a couple hours and mentally prepare myself and be like, don't punch him in the face, don't fucking punch him in the nuts.
Oh, Annie, not
when
the
he
like
says some
full
shit
experience.
to me that I don't like.
Whoa.
You know?
Not the full experience, Annie. Just the
she's
costume.
like, those are the
Jesus.
things that like.
Bro,
fill
I
in my head,
know, like
you
the
know what I mean?
costume, Annie. We're not
I'm
role
like,
playing
I
in front of the fucking party.
disrespected.
Yo, that's so funny. We're not role playing in front of the party.
Never mind.
You could just pull up in the costume.
She's like, never mind.
Sure, yeah, totally, I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll.
She's like, sure, I'll be
Sounds
good.
Yeah, we'll
Frowns.
do it. We'll think about it. We'll see what happens this year.
That,
Man, that was hilarious.
It's like the fact that she can't hit you made it worse. Like it's
I
just
don't
like,
no.
it's like,
you just gonna do
I
that to
don't-
me?
Well, if I'm not gonna be able to hit you, what the point is
I
it?
can't fight back.
Yo.
Maybe.
I want to move on so bad. Let's keep it going. Mitch, you want to feel not bad about doing your thirst traps anymore. So what's
yeah.
that about? Yeah.
What is that about? What do you mean?
No, Mitch
That
does
wasn't the
thirst
topic.
traps. Yes, it is. Mitch does thirst traps, and he
That
wants to
wasn't even
not
the topic.
deal.
With those undies rolled up? Love it. What's your app, Mitch? What's your Instagram handle?
Well,
Throw
you
it up
know,
for the
y'all
people.
can, if y'all want, you know, y'all can hit up that at, you know, no. Anyway.
What?
What? You
Well,
not
I
gonna
can't give
put your-
people my socials. I mean,
Why
I
not?
guess no one's gonna
Why not?
listen anyway. But
Oh.
well, it's at MJ #1 NE. But like, I don't want like random people just like.
looking at
Right?
your
Is
thirst
your page
traps?
private?
No.
No, my page is public, but like I prefer to know who's following me if I can. If I can
You'll
help
see it when it says they
Yeah,
follow
and
you.
then
No,
you click on the thing and then you figure it out. You're
Yeah,
like,
there
oh,
you
now I
go.
know this person is following me.
Anyway. All right. Anyway, that's not what I meant. But
Well, okay,
no,
what was
so
your... Yeah.
I wasn't even so funny enough, Logan. I hadn't even made the connection between the topic and myself in
I
terms
know.
of thirst trap shaming.
I know. That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
care
here
to.
for. That's
Yeah,
my job
yeah,
as
I
the
know.
host,
Yeah, I see
the
that.
producer of this
Yeah,
show.
I see that. Yeah,
Yes.
I get that. Because I wasn't even talking about necessarily myself, but it wasn't even about the thirst trapping part. It was really just about the fact that, you know, it gets weird for people when people like publicly admit like there's certain sexual attraction kinks or whatever, as we know, which is why like thirst trap shaming is even a thing, which is why people aren't gonna look at certain shit in public and stuff like that. So I don't even remember why I was on it like super, super hard, but like I was just sitting there and I was like, damn, why are we so sexually fucking weird? What the fuck is going on? So, for instance, me, I like content that is, I mean, obviously I enjoy porn. I like lewd content, stuff like that. Other people do as well, or other people like certain types of deal, or, you know, you have role play stuff, dominatrix things, and, you know, people are into that. But we kind of get to this place, mind you, we're all in this place where we're supposed to be like comfortable enough to have those grown folk conversations.
Are we?
And be like, hey, no, exactly. But we're supposed to be in a space where it's like,
That's what I meant by are we? Are we supposed to be?
oh, are we supposed to be? I feel so, yeah. Because the reason people are sexually frustrated or not able to, as we said earlier, because what a great segue. Halloween is an opportunity for people to like sexually express themselves in one way. Part of that lies in this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, oh, that person's looking at a picture of a chick with a big ass, or, you know, that girl, even worse for women because they get it worse than us. Oh, that girl's looking at some dude with a big dick or something like that. And it's like, all right, and why do you giggle? But you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it
no,
should,
I was
all right.
going to say something, but
No,
like,
go
I'm
ahead.
not
Say
gonna
it.
say
Yeah,
something.
No,
well, what
say
is
it.
it?
Oh, no, I was
Andy.
just going to Because I was like, where? When you said guy with the That's all.
And as I was saying, women like, to get there. They like to get theirs too, as they should. As they should. Because the serious problem is, it's like, listen.
I'm gonna call the horny police every time I have this show.
That's why I didn't want to say it.
I gotta call the horny police.
Go ahead and call them then. Go ahead and call them. Call them like shit. That gives me a good 20 minutes of horny before they show up. And we about to get like stupid. Like I'm about to pull up some shit. You pull up some shit. They gonna come get us, but we gonna have our good time. Anyway. But like,
bonk,
it's really bad.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, word. Harder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can't do no shit on harder shit. I haven't even got off yet. Anyway,
Logan, you want to be Howard Stern so bad. So bad.
I'm not trying to say me and Annie make it kind of easy, but
yeah, you do.
We make it kind of easy. Mind you, we come from like two different places with it, but it's kind of easy.
I think I follow you on your point because I think about it a lot too. That like I see people do their little thirst. I feel like people do their thirst traps more nowadays, and it's more normalized. And I kind of like I think that's great. Like just like the Halloween thing, I think it's good that people are feeling more comfortable in the fact that. Yeah, I'm trying to feel sexy today, or I'm just like, I got a big ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a good thing. I don't think like people should be like walking around all stifled and shit and like, you know what I mean? I don't like when like people like act funny about their thirst traps though. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing if like you got a bunch of weirdos in your DMs, but don't act like, like somebody's like, oh wow, and then they're like, oh look at this lame like in my DMs about like it's like. It did on your DMs about like your like fucking college thesis. You know why they're like, you know what I mean? It's
like I know. It's like, why are they doing this?
Yeah, why are you like this?
Jiggles huge ass titties in front of the camera for like 7 seconds.
It's like,
you like that, Daddy? Asks me why I like that. Wonders why. I want to figure out.
Maybe that's part of the kink. I don't know. Maybe like you just like shaming people. For your thirst traps, that's probably
maybe that helps you feel good as well. Maybe like some people need to be like, oh my god, look at them, and internally like, yes, feed me your energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Feed me your power. I've been needing. Now show me a picture of
sex is about power so much. Like it's like crazy.
Too much sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know if you can separate it.
I would say more.
You think not for women?
I'm assuming. I mean, it's like literally the positions are like you have more power being the man. You are, I'm talking very, very literally of like you're the one with the dick. You're the one like girls bent over in front of you. It's a good position, but sometimes I'm like, damn, I would love to bend you over and
You have that option, Annie. You know that.
I mean, yes, I know. Obviously, we can all figure out how to do whatever we want. Things, but I mean, like, just pure. This is sex. Is just it's very man has a naturally dominant position. And so there's more power.
You live in New York. You definitely have that option.
I get that, but if I didn't, if I lived in like bumblefuck whatever, missionary position, there's a lot of people in the world that only really knows about that, right? And it's or that or doggy, and like that's it. Like this is a fun little bubble we live in, but the rest of the world's not in that bubble, And it's in a lot of the most basic. This is sex 1, 2, 3 ways. It's the male and. That's his dominant position, and I think that breeds a little more power wanting, power. When you're in that powerful position, it makes you want it more, and you men already love having power and control, and for a million different ways, for a million reasons, and that's just like another one.
No, I get it. Yeah. We do live in an age where women are a little more sexually liberated. And I think maybe even probably the most liberated they've been ever. I mean, like you have like Cardi B can like sing a song like "White Ass Pussy," and like that's like something that like makes people like infuriated and like their heads explode.
Just the fact
and, like,
that there are female rappers talking about this stuff is
yes,
like, you know,
right? It's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then like that's like such a boon for the culture in a way, because it's like women are actually able to like express themselves in a vulgar way, like just freely, where like men were the only ones that were able to do that before. But now like you can talk about like fucking a dude and then like taking his money and then leaving him and like but like explicitly, like, you know what I mean? It's not like before, you know what I mean? So I think that like these things are really important, because I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just like it, is what I'm trying to say. Is that like I like the idea that like people are able to like formally express themselves in a way where they just weren't able to before. Like I like any type of liberation of somebody's like personality and their soul and their spirit. You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes to sex, I think that like even I've had like a background where it's like we didn't really talk about sex that much in my house, you know, growing up. And so like it's not that we didn't talk about like it in like an academic type of sense where it's like this is what happens when a man and woman blah blah blah. Like we had those talks, but we didn't really have like real like talks about like intimacy or things like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people don't have those talks, and I feel like those are where a lot of problems happen. Like the lack of like just a knowledge about what it means to be intimate with another person and how you should be intimate with somebody else, and like how you should be healthily intimate with somebody else, whether that's like, you know, where that is with your chains and whips or whatever. Like there's a context that comes with that, and like not being able to like actually live that out in a way that's like not just like you're learning when you're like 20 and you're like doing like dominatrix shit for like dummies, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like like there just needs to be more normalization towards it in the culture. I think we're going that way anyways, but I just like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
As the generations go on, they know things that the last one hasn't. So as we get older, we're going to see things that we're going to be like, I don't know. But then if we keep that mindset of like, no, it's a good thing that someone asked me recently, like what I think about, you know, like teenage girls twerking on TikTok and stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know, back in my day, you know, we had, you know, like teenagers are always going to like twerk with themselves in the mirror because we're discovering ourselves and all that stuff. But in my day, we had the privacy of our bedroom to do that. It wasn't like displayed online. I wouldn't like twerk on camera. It wasn't
online, but like you would go to the school dance and they was twerking still.
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean? Like it was still like in public, you know?
Right. But and I was like, or like, you know, all these, you know, women singing dirty songs and stuff like that. And I was like, listen, I'm pro anything that gives women the opportunity to own that. And for us to sexualize ourselves as opposed to being sexualized by all these other people without our consent. Right. If it's coming out of a woman's mouth and she's talking about her own sexuality and going off about this and that and all these crazy dirty stuff she wants to do, that's fine. That's her thing. She's doing it herself. And I'm you know, pro anybody being able to actually use their own voice to talk about what they like as opposed to someone talking for us, which has always been the case up until the last like couple decades, you know?
Because there's a lot of power in being able to like, there's a lot of power in being able to frame the conversation the way you want to frame it about your own self or your own body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If girls want to like twerk and do all this stuff, it's like, well, let them, because they're either going to be able to do it on their own, feel empowered, and actually feel like they own their own bodies, or they're going to feel like they have to and, you know, be owned and then nothing they do is right and all this other stuff. Like nothing any woman does is ever right. So let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Right,
exactly. You're always going to have some shit to say about it, so fuck it.
Yeah, true.
I was just today, I was watching something about like it was like about how black men are sexualized, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of bullshit with that, like, you know, like
Logan, after you finish, I'm going to talk about that on the other side, but so don't stray off from that just yet when you're done, but please continue.
Well, I was just saying there's a lot of bullshit as far as like, you know, the way black men are sexualized, and like when it comes to like things like, you know, the porn that black men are involved with, or like certain fantasies like cuckolding and cuckolding type cultures and things like that. And so it's like the ability to like actually frame what your own sexuality is so important, because like even like as a teenager, like when I was watching, I was thinking about it, like as a teenager, like it was a big thing, like, you know, because you're growing up, you're trying to figure out your body, and like it's like a big thing to be like, oh, black guys have like big dicks and stuff, and it's like as a kid, like you're like, you don't even know if you have a big dick or not, because you don't look at other people's dicks. You barely look at your own like that way. You know what I mean? And then after you like
speak for yourself.
Well, I'm saying like even after you measure it and shit, it's like, is this a big number? Is that a big number? No, like you don't really know.
If porn's your reference, then I got news for you. You know,
especially if you're like 16, you're like, you don't know shit. You know what I mean? Right. You don't know a damn thing, you know? And so like it's just so fucked up, because like I think about like how like those stereotypes like form you as you grow up. And if you just like, you never really think critically about it, like that's just how you grow up, and that's how you like accept like your place in sexual society. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's kind of sad in a way, because even where like it's like, oh well, what do you have to worry about? Like the stereotypes about you is like you get a big dick, and it's like, yeah, but is that a stereotype like about me or for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it mine or is it yours? You know what I mean? And so like, I don't know, what were you gonna say about that, Mitch?
Well, so I guess now I kind of split it, because in one part, of course, I agree with you. I have to agree with you. It's just facts in some sense, especially when you're a young kid and you're looking at certain images or videos, and you don't even know that said content is being shot specifically to enhance the images or scenes that you're seeing.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So you're sitting there like, what?
So you're saying they're just making good TV?
Well, for the most part, sometimes if you get good TV,
it's our fault for comparing ourselves to it.
Well, stop it. Well, it's more like the fact that like that's why it throws you the fuck off. Why we feel these pressures, as specifically with the black men thing, because it's like we are the over sexualized, like one of the over sexualized minorities, other than like Asian women.
Yeah.
Right? In comparison, like black men, Asian women, sexual fantasies a lot. But like, so on the other end, which is something that I'm just gonna like admit, there was also a small part of me that was like, that always used to be like, yo, like, but like I'm black and I'm like sexually dominant. And there was a part of that had me help me find myself sexually in a way that wasn't entirely negative, because I was able to logically understand that wasn't necessarily realistic, but because I didn't feel so far off, I was like, but yo, I could get it in though. Like,
I got
it
like
like
a
that.
Blueprint.
Well, you have to remember, like, it wasn't necessarily a blueprint. I gave me the blueprint. I wouldn't say that. It's just, there was some tricks and tips and feels that I was just like, because at the same time, I also remember, being attracted, especially growing up, having other women of other like variants of the human race being attracted to me and being like, what's going, and then having they just love black men like that. But not until I registered, they're just objectifying us. Before I registered objectification, I registered, man, these people can't keep their hands on us. I know I'm the bomb, bitch. Yeah. Like, I know. Yeah. I can't help that.
No, and
same. There was a part of
similar.
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and that shit helped me feel good for a little bit. So I can't deny that part, in the same fact that I have to acknowledge all the problems, because there is a sense even of that form of expression, but it's all once again stemming back to how we really just don't talk about shit enough because we feel uncomfortable and awkward. We demonize the porn industry in the first place. The truth is, they did that because they was trying to sell, but they didn't put those thoughts in our brain. We were sitting there thinking that because we was insecure with ourselves. A secure person isn't going to look at any scene and be like, haha, I got to keep up with that dude. That secure person knows the only person that I keep up with is themselves. Only person whose body they got to understand and love is themselves. Only person they got to worry about pleasuring or making sure it's having a good time is the partner that they most value. or whoever they feel like, being with at the time.
I was gonna say in a weird way, because you was talking about porn, like in a weird way, a lot of porn, like I feel like the majority of porn is like geared towards white men. Like,
yeah, it is.
Like it's like
that's fair. Maybe
like even like interracial porn has like this weird, overly racialized slant to it, where it's just like this black dude is like crushing this tiny, teeny tiny, small, minuscule white woman. Like it's just like
next time on WW Raw.
Yeah, like can he get any bigger and her any smaller? Like what the fuck does that mean? And it's just like, oh, like watch him destroy this guy's wife, and it's just like it's like. It's
can we
so
just watch
like
some sex?
Yeah,
you can.
I just like some fucking
some good fucking between like good looking people of any race, because that's like what I see. This is my very diverse city that I'm lucky to live in. I just want to watch some good shit, not these like.
Right.
Random,
so when you get to that point,
attention grabber shit.
Yeah, when you get to that point, you're looking at, you're like, who is this for? Like,
that's when you start going to like, I'm on page 4. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly. We have reached page 87 of our search.
This is not like 1995 anymore. This is not like we're in a new age. Like, who's updating the front pages of this shit now? Like, come on.
Word.
I feel like
content has gotten better, but like
I feel like porn was better in like the early 2000s.
Really?
Oh hell yeah, it was.
What do you
mean?
A lot
better. Like I feel like around like 2010 ish, like around that time, like porn hit its peak.
What did they have then that we don't have, that they don't have now?
Yeah,
good storylines for one. Like,
porn.
Do you think storylines were better back? Well, that's
I forgot there were storylines in porn.
So I know, Annie, it's funny, but sometimes, sometimes you can get caught up and be like, oh shit, like, well, with really good ones, because basic porn they just get to the nitty grit, but there are some industries that they'll shoot full on films and have porn actors agreeing, like committing to character and shit.
But I mean,
even
like tiny skits, like the skits were better. The framing of like just a scenario was better.
Do you have one that you remember that you're like, I remember this one from 2010.
Annie always wanted your soul.
I'll never forget it.
Well, to satiate Annie and all the other little horny toasties out there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, give us what we want.
Okay, I think my favorite scenario was this one. Do I have to say their name?
Do you, like the person, remember?
Like
you know,
I mean, like for research purposes.
You're talking about a porn film, right?
You asked me shit.
For research. What do you mean names? They have names.
For research purposes.
See, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that made porn better back in the day.
Right.
Like people had names. You know what I mean? Like
people still have names.
They were like people back then.
But sometimes they don't. Yeah, sometimes
like nowadays, I feel like OnlyFans and like amateur porn is just like flooded like the whole market, and it's like it's great that the little guy can like make money off of like porn and make like I guess $60,000 a year now fucking, but like at the same time like it's not the same. Like there's a giant gap in quality and like just like how things work now, and it's just like, who are these people? You know what I mean? Porn is so like accessible now that like it doesn't matter who's fucking anymore, and that's weird. That's just weird to me. Like, it's so weird that I don't know who it is. You know what I mean? Like, and I know like porn names are like WWE names. Like they're not fucking real. You know what I mean? But like even the identifier of like this is the character or a person, like somebody I should be invested in and care about, like that's gone. You know what I mean? Unless like you're like literally paying for like a girl from OnlyFans and like you're following her and her sexual endeavors like through whatever. Like if you're still in that like thing where you're just watching porn, that's gone. You don't have like fucking like the people's names anymore. So it's just like that. I feel like that's something that's kind of fucked up and it's kind of lost about the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so my man Logan's like, no, I need to make a connection.
I was like,
Like, yeah. So you're not.
And he's like, get to the good shit.
And he don't play
I'm
roles.
just kidding.
He don't play.
No, like there's this thing.
Don't speak
with
for
like,
me, Mitch. I do nothing but play. What are you talking about? I am all talk. I am all smoke. Nothing else. I'd be like, yeah, I'm wild. I'm starfishing it out there. Don't get me started.
Oh, Eddie.
I ain't doing shit these days. Fuck you.
Are you the
No,
type?
you're here to pleasure me. I ain't doing shit. I'm just kidding. Continue with the story, though.
I feel like the best thing for like a
You go, girl.
starfish. I feel like the best thing for like a starfish woman to do is like to shame the man. Like if you're like a terrible lay, yeah, exactly. Like if you're a terrible lay as a woman, like you should be like, wow, I thought you were a real man. Like you know what I mean? Like say some horrible, just
try to hide it. Like, oh,
y'all remember the wrap it up box?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Let's go. We got things to do.
Oh man, good times. So this story, is it coming? You telling us the story?
God, y'all are so horny today. Fine.
I mean, you're talking like you made the movie. Like it's
that
personal to you that you all like
getting embarrassed.
No,
I guess
listen,
I mean, okay, it is porn.
it's
I guess.
weird.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I guess so. You don't have
okay,
to.
no, you're right. We should be
Whatever.
desensitizing how weird it is. Anyways,
Unless it's some weird shit.
no, it's not weird. It's
Okay.
cool. Like it was like this thing. Like it was like what they did was it was so fake, but like even like fake scenarios now are trash. Like I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyways, like it's definitely a fake scenario, but like they took like a lemonade stand, right? And so the girl is like, she's serving lemonade. And like a
you
fucking.
know what? I'm gonna stop you right there.
No, I need to hear the rest of the story.
Take a turn
I need to
that
hear
no
the rest
one
of the
wants.
story, bro. I want it, bro. I was like, damn, he pulled up on us with a lemonade stand, bro. What is this, a fucking early 90s? I was like, what is this video made? Oh, yo, keep going, please.
Anyway,
Please
she's
keep
in the
going.
lemonade stand and she's got like a curtain behind her, right? And then like, I can't believe I'm telling this fucking story.
Oh, I've seen this one.
yes,
Hold on.
right?
Oh my god.
Ay. This is
Jinx
crazy.
Maze. I remember this one.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, bro, I remember this
Oh
one.
my God.
Yeah, straight up. Yo, straight up. I know this is a really bad moment, Logan. We're having a moment, but I remember this one straight up. Great
Yo,
scene.
This is yes,
Great scene. Great scene.
Wow.
That's like early 2000s, but like great
yes,
scene.
it is. Oh
Great
my
scene.
god,
Great
oh
fucking
my
scene.
god.
You know
Like,
this fucking.
Yo, great scene.
anyways, yeah, she gets fucked in the lemonade stand, but like
And
they
it's still
don't.
serving.
But it's still serving the lemonade but like they can't
Oh.
see the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the
Technically. Like,
curtain, right?
Yeah, because of the
Mhm.
curtain. Yeah. And so like it gets like to a point where they're like it's just full mask off and they're like, what are you doing? And
Back
like,
there.
and
Yeah,
then-
like, what
and
the
like,
hell?
and she's like just getting banged, you know, like but like for a good like 20 minutes, like it's covert like
Yeah, it was
covert,
Yeah.
kind of
you know what
funny
I mean?
actually, because she is
Yeah.
behind this curtain and she's like chilling at first. She's like, yeah, here's some, everything's fine. And
It's just
then the
like-
dude's like, oh, thanks. And yeah, times like that are fun.
Yeah.
People don't make it like fun, funny, interesting because it's
No.
porn. You could literally do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
You can
that's
do
just,
whatever
like, a
you want. Have some
creative-
creativity.
Yeah, it's a creative, fun idea. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like fun to watch. It was like this is
Yeah, it was like, oh,
stupid
damn.
and weird. You know what I
Like,
mean?
Yo, lucky dude, and wow, that's
Yeah,
imagine
that's-
getting lemonade with that. But as an old man, like, what's happening back there?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
What's
She-
going on
She was
down
like,
there?
she was like
Those are-
nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, I'm so
Yes.
mad that happened. But isn't that a funny
That's
ass
amazing.
small ass
That's
world?
good.
Yeah, but that's the scene. Yeah, it was. I can now vouch for said scene.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
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 A
Top tier.
good 8.5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
Like,
man with taste.
and obviously, apparently, I am as well. So,
A man,
Um,
man of culture.
man of culture. I see you are a man of culture as well.
You're a man of culture.
Lights my cigarette, but the cigarette on the the fucking holder thing.
Right.
Yeah, so you know. Yes, I'm a man of culture.
Annie, you wanted to know if we thought breeding bad luck creates more. Wait, you know what? If bad luck breeds more bad luck. Sorry.
Well, I guess this is a turn. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
a little we turn.
Just a little shift.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
All right.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've had like a lot of random moments of bad luck this year, and I'm like, it's crazy how shit feels like it just piles on top of each other, and just this weight. So I'm like, you know, the law of physics says that. I actually tried to Google this, and I couldn't find what I was looking for.
It's like Murphy's Law?
Kind of, yeah.
Like, what does it say? Like, anything bad that can happen will happen?
Will happen, yes.
Kind of. More like, you know, I don't know. Just if something bad is going on, just more bad is just going to pile on. Like, do you think that having some bad luck will breed more of that? Like, fear breeds more fear, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, in terms of
physics,
concept,
I definitely believe that with fear. Yeah.
In terms of physics, since you're talking about it, because you could be talking about a multitude of things. Because you could just be talking about coalescence. So you have the starting point, and then shit gathers around it, and as it gathers around, it increases in size and grows bigger.
And he's like,
all right, fine, okay, yeah,
like,
sorry,
not what I was talking about.
Fucking A.
I Googled.
God, I can't do anything on this show, man. God, because I was like, oh, let's talk about physics. Oh, now I'm a fucking nerd.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Thank you for being self-aware.
All right, fine. I guess we won't talk about accretion or anything.
Whatever you were saying.
Yo, how is okay? Just like sidebar.
Why? I feel stupid. I feel like I'm
just like
stupid.
I'm waiting for Annie to Google where she's googling, but like sidebar.
It won't work.
Have you seen She-Hulk yet, Mitch?
No, I'll start it. It takes me forever to watch it. I want to start Game of Thrones. I got to watch She-Hulk.
Can I say something? Men are trash. Listen,
you always say that.
Yeah, I want to say that for a second because like we'll get back to this bad luck topic, but like She-Hulk, I thought She-Hulk had like all the episodes out because like there was like all of these YouTube videos about how She-Hulk is the worst. It's the worst thing to happen to Marvel.
Yeah,
and I was just like, it was like 30 fucking videos of this shit, and it's like only 2 episodes of the fucking thing had come out, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like I went to go watch it because I was like, people don't like it, like maybe it's gonna be bad. And so like I went to go watch it. I'm like, I watched the first 2. I'm like, okay, it's not too bad so far. Let me see what happens to episode 3. Episode 3 not even out yet. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, how do you have so much smoke for 2 episodes of a show? Like, y'all just had smoke for She-Hulk just because it was She-Hulk?
Yeah, mind you, she's a character that's existed literally since like the 80s. That's like I think like late 70s, early. Yeah, She-Hulk's been around, bro. She's a staple in the Marvel universe, straight up. Like, to me, the disrespect is unwarranted. You're not a true Marvel fan or comic book lover at all. You're a piece of shit, man, human being. I take this personally because you make us all look bad. Fuck you. Fuck where you was raised. Fuck your mama. Fuck your grand auntie somewhere. For real. Because it's already bad. It's already hard enough in those communities for women to feel comfortable. And you're going to take one thing with a character that stems literally longer than some of y'all lifespans and like have something bad to say for no reason yet. You know what I mean? Nah, like fuck you and everything you stand for.
Damn, I did not expect.
Yeah, I know. You didn't. Yeah. I know. I didn't. I guess today's just today.
Yo, today is the day.
Today's just yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That was different.
Sometimes you gotta pop a motherfucker in the mouth real quick. Like shut the fuck up real quick.
And like, you know, the weird thing about those spaces is that like they complain about women so much, but like they also complain about not being able to obtain any women.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, but you scaring all the women, like,
and like, want them around always because ain't nothing like a great adventure without having a beautiful lass at the end of it. But you know, we want to hate on women and wonder why they don't show up to the space.
Yeah, that's just weird. Anyways, when we called you a nerd, that's what made me think of like all the nerds that just like perpetually sad.
Fuck shit up. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just I know. Gross. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, did you find that thing you was looking for on Google, Annie?
No.
Damn.
Well, I found some. There's like some laws of nature that kind of talk about what I was trying to talk about.
Okay.
You know, cause and effect, laws of relativity, things like that. Just, you know, why is shit just gone wrong so often in such a short period of time where it feels like it's all happening at the same time. And if you guys feel me on that.
Well, there's a lot to dive into when we talk about good and bad luck, because we're talking fortune, we're talking fate, we're talking probability. You feel me? So what you're saying, what you're talking about, plenty of people have felt, but I don't know if I could necessarily say like it all because this year I also fell into a lot of bad luck. So I feel you. Like, you know, what the fuck is happening? Why can't shit just ever go right? But the fact is, we live in a life where sometimes shit's gonna go wrong, sometimes shit's gonna go right. The reality we may never 100% be able to know or control, but what we can control is our reaction to it. But what happens is, so one bad luck thing happens. You thought listen, one bad luck thing happens. You thought you was over it. You thought you was good. All right. Another thing happens in a decent amount of time, like too recent. Like the old thing was too recent. Maybe something else happens again. These are completely isolated sequences, have nothing to do with each other. But to you, who hasn't let go of the first two, once you get to that third, you sitting there, nah, it has to just be me. The fact is, it is you. Yeah. You know, on some level. This isn't like a judgment thing or not. It's just that your perception is stuck on bad shit's happening to me.
It's warped, And
it's a like, hard cycle to break.
When your belt loops get caught in the door and you're having a fine day, it's like, oh, hold on, my bad. But then it gets caught in the door after you just fucking lost your keys and this other shit happened 5 minutes ago. It's like, I'm going to burn this entire fucking shit to the ground. Totally.
Exactly. Yeah. And the only thing... What's up?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go
ahead.
I
was saying the only thing you really can do your best to control is your emotional headspace at the time. Because you logically see what's happening, but once shit starts happening to you, emotions start taking hold. As we said before, emotions are stronger than logical thought. So now you're caught up in feels rather than being able to just breathe through it. So it's going to feel like is a stream of bad luck. Something else happened. Things keep happening. We know bad things are going to happen. We've lived entire lives knowing that good and bad exist on the same plane that we live on. But nonetheless, once things we hate, we don't respond to bad well at all. We can't stand when bad things happen. I'm one of those people. I can't stand it. Like, it's like, why, God? I don't understand. What was the point of fucking birthing me? You might as well just take me out of this world right now type shit.
I've never when you go too far.
You are so dramatic. You are so dramatic. Like, that's a lot.
I said, yo.
Like, listen, you having a bad day. Why, God?
It feels, bro.
Well,
I didn't say a bad day.
This is the
bad. Why? Straight up. But that's not life. That's not God. That's me. That's my perception. And rather than trying to be like, because it's hard to move on sometimes. And through therapy, I learned from myself, like, the fact is, something I didn't want to admit, I think she's letting go. Now, that could mean a lot of things for a lot of different things, but specifically here, yo, bad stuff is happening to me. Why? I do good stuff. I'm a decent person. You know, I try my best. What the fuck? When we all know that's not how it works. So now it's like I'm cursed, when all I have to do to lift the curse is just change my mindset, accept what's happened, move on, remember who the fuck I am, and keep on keeping on, doing my best. That's all you can do. That's what helps me get through the days. Otherwise, I would have probably shot myself in the head already.
Damn. I have a different way of handling it. I feel like when I have this thing where I kind of envision like a metaphysical type like current. You know what I mean?
Ooh, let's go there.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, as I said that, I was just thinking that like I like
that's
to make
some Mitch shit to
I
say.
know. That's what I just was thinking. I was like,
It
wow. That was
Let's
some
do
real
it.
Mitch shit to say.
Oh, I know I'm rubbing off. Y'all hate it.
But no,
Me too.
no, like for some time and some years, like that's how I've thought of things, is that like you kind of like float down this current, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like bump into shit. And like a lot of people, instead of following the current, like they go against it a lot of the time. So like, let's say you want to be like a cook, right? And so like you go for an interview at like your favorite restaurant and they don't hire you. And you're like, okay, well, I'll just wait 6 months and I'll do it again, right? Which is fine, right? But there comes a time when like you're doing something, you're failing at it again and again and again so much that it doesn't mean what you're doing, like the spirit of it is wrong, but it's the nature of it that's wrong. So it's like I'm doing this thing the wrong way, but I'm not even changing my behavior. So I could actually get it done. It's like, it's not that you can't become a chef. It's that like maybe the avenue in which you're trying to become the chef isn't for you. You know what I mean?
It's like the
Yeah.
definition of crazy, you know, you do the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome.
Yeah. So instead of like just trying to go to another restaurant or maybe opening up your own restaurant, you're just fighting against that current that was never going to allow you to go that direction anyways. You know what I mean? And when we get into like these spirals of like, you get into like a spiral of bad luck, I think about it as like when I have a bad day, especially when I started thinking this way, that like when I have a bad day and it's like everything I do is wrong, I usually take a step back and I just stop doing. Because I just like, because for one, if I'm in a current where like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing is going to keep happening to me, then the best thing for me to do is to stop progressing, because I'm obviously progressing into like an area of negativity. You know what I mean? Like I'm obviously constantly like going down this road where like bad shit is just continually happening. Like what do I need to change to like redirect so like I can like change that path? You know what I mean? And sometimes what makes that hard is like what our wants and desires are at that moment. It's like, well, I want to have this promotion, or I want to have this job, or I want to have this person in my life. And it's just like, sometimes that person didn't want to have you in their life, and like this job wasn't for you, and like that promotion was gonna stifle your life and actually make you more miserable. And like a lot of the time, like not getting these things is helpful to us, you know what I mean? But because we're so dead set in like what we think in our heart, like that's what we need, like we just end up hurting ourselves, and we like end up forcing the issue and forcing the thing, and then that becomes the negativity that we kind of like
we need to have some perspective.
Exactly. Like there's a reason why things aren't working out. You know what I mean?
The world doesn't revolve around.
It doesn't. So it's like
oh no.
What were you gonna say?
No, I said it doesn't revolve around you, but you still recognize I, because we're only human, and that's the most basic thing
But
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Your part in recognizing yourself in the equation is like, well, at least for me, my part in recognizing myself in the equation is like, how do I remove myself from this? Like, not how do I change the situation? Because I think a lot of people try to do that. They try to like rebuild a building that's already built. You know what I mean? So like this thing is established this way. This thing is this thing. You can't change it, but like you might be able to change yourself. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And so like,
if you can do something, you would have done it already. And sometimes, like I was saying, you have to accept like this ain't it.
But I told like, even to the original question, I totally believe that bad luck breeds more bad luck. You know what I mean? But I also believe that if bad luck breeds bad luck, I don't need to be near bad luck too. You know, so like I can stop for a second and think like, well, where is all this fucking shit coming from? Like, why is this around here, and why, and do I truly need to be in this area? Like if it's like something where I'm just forced to like be there, like I'm at work even, and I'm like, well, this is how my day is going, like I'll fight through it, but like I'll try to do it with minimal energy, because I don't want to like further antagonize whatever is going on. Like that's me, you know.
I feel you. Now back into the metaphysical.
That is the metaphysical.
Well, taking a step in another direction now. Talking about the
he's
bad
talking
luck
about hibbity
breeding
jibbity
bad
now.
luck.
Let's
get to the energy.
Let's
get to the energy, because oh my fucking dumbasses, yo. Anyway, back to the bad luck breeding bad luck. Since we were also talking physics and the energy, let's talk karma. Let's talk hexes, curses. Let's talk to the energy itself. The energy in this universe is, bountiful. And we're still not 100% sure on how many different ways it can affect us. So now, if you're dealing with bad luck and you go into that situation and you add some more negative energy to that, what might you be doing?
Compounding it. Yeah.
Empowering some bad luck to continue to exist in other spaces.
So it's my fault. I'm just kidding.
It's
we trying to say that's true. That's just your fault.
I'm doing my best.
Actually,
We're trying to be nice about the shit, but we also like, fix yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Do something about that shit. But here's the other side though, Annie. On the other side, like it isn't just you. Other people be wishing bad on you sometimes. People be wishing wrong. That's why
we get rid of those people.
I sage spaces.
I mean.
I sage houses. I had a moment happen with one of the roommates. I felt I had to break out the sage, be like, we gotta, because the energy has to be cleansed. And and people do have it out for you. Not even if they directly, I'm not talking about, somebody hexing you or casting a curse. I'm talking about just some hater bitch who was like, yo, why Annie looks so bad today? I hate how pretty she is. Fuck her. That energy adds in. And sometimes you ain't gonna feel like you ain't gonna know.
So women centric, but
you know what I'm saying? Anyway, or okay, that guy is like, or that woman is like, yo, I hate the fact that she's always like running on this amount of time, but still gets all her work done in such a reasonable fashion, and she always knows what she's doing and has it together and shit. Like, who the fuck that bitch thinks she is? And that gets added onto your plate too. You got to cleanse all this shit.
You couldn't do a man one. You couldn't do one. I know,
like you still are doing like this woman.
Well, no, I'm using Annie as the example because she brought up the
man. No, this
doesn't it like? I don't
know. No, that was actually still the man.
You got a negative man.
We assumed it was the woman.
No, you said it was a woman.
No, I said that guy or another woman, but I was speaking for the guy.
No, you weren't.
But in truth, both of them were calling you a bitch. Both of them were saying
you use a woman's accent.
Pitting these women together.
So you're assuming that anyway.
Well, just do one for the man then.
So you want me to sound like, Annie, why you gotta be all fucking,
that dumb bitch.
Good at your job? You know what I'm saying? You trying to get a raise out here and shit. Yo, stay in your fucking place, all right? I'm trying to get that promotion as mine.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Anyway,
equality. That's what that feels like.
Yeah. And funny enough, this is exactly what it feels like in this climate right now. But that energy gets added on. If you don't do something about it, it's gonna stay there. Real shit.
Right.
I know.
Is this something you were struggling with recently, Annie?
Yeah, it's just been like a shitty summer.
She said that.
Try not to talk about it so much so I don't turn into a drag, even though I feel like I already have. But
I think you should you should be able to express that. Maybe not right now, but you should be able to we got 10 minutes left. Wrap it up.
I was like, yeah, man, you could, anytime, except for right now, because we got shit to do. So don't bring that shit up right now ever again.
But no, I think it's not. I think that's one of the negative things that I think. Further entrenches. Can't speak. Further entrenches us in negativity is the idea that we can't speak on it and we have to hold it in our bodies.
But the thing is,
you know what I mean?
I am a talker and I will talk to friends about it. But it's I don't know. I feel like I'm going through some decently heavy stuff. Not even decently heavy, but decently heavy stuff for me. Where if the way I have a tendency of talking about deep and dark things, especially when they have to do with me, with a very casual tone. So I'll just casual,
yeah.
And it's by doing that, it's I'll accidentally make it kind of awkward because people are like, oh shit, you just said that, and I'm like, oh, I forgot people don't talk about dark things with this casual tone. I feel like everyone's going through their own shit right now. So it's if I'm talking about my shit, I feel like I almost have some expectations. I feel like I've been putting some expectations on my friends to lend me a certain level of support. And if I haven't felt that, then it's I get even deeper into this hole that I feel like I'm in. But that's not fair to have these expectations for anybody, because it's nobody's responsibility. Everybody's going through their own shit right now. You know what I mean? So
have you thought of and I mean sincerely, have you thought of ways to express yourself that don't necessarily involve other people?
Yeah, I have. I just have to do it.
Oh.
Like, you know, I thought of this thing that I'm trying to not think of. It to me, it sounds very like just narcissistic, but I've thought of like just writing everything out when I was younger, and I had some like dark days in the
That's
8th grade.
That's a great
right?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like go have so much like anger, and I would just like rip out a notebook, and you know, you're 12, 13 years old. At that point, you have a lot of your attention span is solid, so I could just like write constantly. I had this big book of all this writing stuff, but like my brain isn't like that anymore. Sometimes I'll just lay in bed and I'll be like, I'm just gonna watch sitcoms until I fall asleep because I just want to zone out, even though I want to write it out because I know that will make me feel better. But it's like, I don't know. It's there are ways, but it's like I don't have. My discipline's not sharpened. It takes effort. I
feel you. Yeah.
And I don't know if I haven't had the discipline to put that effort in yet. Because I allow myself to like sulk, and I don't like that. Because I've never done that. But I've been sulking and like leaving myself buried in this like hole that I'm in, as opposed to like doing the work that it takes to crawl yourself out of it.
I feel like sulking is like when you let an emotion like spoil on you, like in the refrigerator that is yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel pretty rotten from these emotions I've been stewing in for a while.
It's just like just sitting there, and so that then it becomes like that
smelly and shit.
Yeah.
Nope. And who wants to be around that? Who wants to like? Everyone knows if something rotten is in the room, you know.
Yeah.
So I know, right?
I mean, no, you should be able to. I think you should be able to, if you need to talk to people, you should be able to talk to people, even if it's like a therapist or your friends. And
well, that's
the thing is,
thing.
even the thing is, like with a therapist, the difference between like a therapist and confiding in like a confidant or something is that like you give a therapist consent, like you give them the option of the consent of like listening to your issues, and like that could be something too, to just ask like, you know, hey, do you have time to like sit down and listen to me like complain about some shit? You know what I mean? Like maybe they do, maybe they don't. Like maybe they're going through something too, but you never know. You know, like maybe somebody just like, I'll listen to what's going on with you. You know what I mean? And then like the journaling thing, I definitely do that because like I used to journal a lot. Like at first, like it's so like journaling is hard to start. Like I stopped journaling recently, and it's so hard to pick it back up. But I'm going to, but like it's just really hard to pick back up. But like once you start, like it's very it releases a lot, you know what I mean? And then what I got into after that was like what I did instead of journaling when I stopped journaling was I started drawing. So I did a lot of drawing, and so like that was one way to like express myself, because like I was working at a dead end job, you know, not that I'm not now, but I was looking at a dead end job, you know what I mean? And like so I would draw a lot of cryptids and dead end type characters. What I started doing was drawing cryptids that like had like day jobs, like
oh shit,
you know what I mean? Like creepy looking animals that were just like in like a form of like they're in a form of mundanity, like you know what I mean? Like they're just like having like a normal life, and like that's kind of like how I felt, was like this is like I was living like a gross type of experience, but at the same time I was trapped in like the mundanity of it all, you know what I mean? And so like I just was able to express that through drawing it, you know what I mean? So like it comes in many different forms, the way you get to express yourself and the way you get to release, really, like that's what it's really all about. It's just getting it out. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. Like it's like it can be ugly sometimes, and it should be, you know, because it's an ugly feeling.
It feels ugly, so it's gonna come out ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think what would help you, because you're struggling in discipline. Like you're like legit. You're kind of a person who should have an assistant. Someone to literally, I know, right? Yeah. I know you. I hope you would, but like you really are, because like I mean, think about it. You know, we're all going through this life. What, mind you. Like it's 2022, none of us can buy houses and shit. The market's not looking good. Financially, it's like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? And you're dealing with that, but you're also still working a really great job. You know, I know you feel types of ways and maybe want to do other things, but you're working a really great job. You're busy. You know what I mean? You want to do other stuff, but you have other stuff taking up your time and just energy. Like having someone, whether you had to hire, or even if it was like a fucking intern who was like, I need the experience. You had to make sure they're on their shit. Just having someone to hold you accountable and be like, this is what you wanted to do. you have the 4:15 where you're supposed to like take some time to meditate or something.
Yeah.
You're supposed to, hey, good morning. Did you do your journal entry? Like, I know that sounds annoying because it's like, but yeah.
No, you're right. I need that accountability. That's why like working from home has been shit for me. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing it since the COVID thing started, and I hate it because I'm in my own home. I don't have the accountability of like my boss sitting right over there or all these people around me. Mm-hmm. And it's like I've been doing the bare minimum, but I've never been like that my whole life. I've always had a very strong work ethic, and I have always worked my ass off and gone a little above and beyond and this and that. That's just how I've always been. But I don't do that anymore, and I don't like that. I don't do that anymore. You know, it's like I don't like where my work ethic is at, but it's like I do need accountability. But I'm not trying to rely on that. I don't want to need it. Who wants to need?
I know.
Like who?
That's the other part.
You know, these are my crutches that I don't like that I have, and I can't help it. Like if I feel like I'm letting someone down, I'll do something. But if it's just me, then it's like, oh, it's just me. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. But all right, thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, no, but like, and that's, you know, learning to like, because you have to, because I feel the same. I know how you feel in one sense, in terms of like, it feels weird to have someone help me do the things that I know I want to be doing myself. I know that I'm capable of doing myself. It's just like sometimes we have to kind of, you know, bite in certain bullets just in hope that we can stop being a detriment to ourselves in some sense. Because that was what my mental health journey was, basically. I wasn't about therapy. I damn sure wasn't trying to take no medication. But now I'm better than I've ever been. I hate it. I'm still getting used to it sometimes. It fucks me up on different levels. But the fact is, I know I'm better factually.
Yeah.
That's the part that sucks. It sucks. But everybody, and I was talking to my cousin about this. Right? Yeah, unfortunately. I was talking to my cousin about this just yesterday. We didn't even mean to have the talk. He was just telling about something he got involved in. But we're sitting there and he's like, Mitch, you know, you're the person I don't see who asks for help much. And I'm like, what? At first, and then I was like, oh, wait, no, I kind of am that person from your perspective, because I get it in different places, but it doesn't seem like I'd reach out to the people closest to me because I feel like a burden. Because I get that. I feel like a burden. Like, why am I, like, I can't hold you responsible for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But people are out there like, but, you know, we're your homies. And you're not giving us the option to say no, Mitch. You're just assuming we'll say no, which is wrong on me. You know what I mean? But it's okay to ask for help. We're human beings. We're designed that way. We are social creatures. We develop in groups. We can't always handle everything on our own. It's a hard thing to accept because the fact is we all want to feel like gods on some level. We want to feel like kings and queens and forget they have whole kingdoms and whole courts and shit to help them manage that. You know what I mean? We want to feel like we're so capable. Like we're so but we do like to, we're all powerful. Why would I need anybody? I'm the person who can get it done, which isn't untrue. Yeah. I am a capable person, and you are a capable person, Logan. You're also a capable person. We all know this about each other for ourselves. But we also, because of that, forget, like, regardless of how capable we are, you know, sometimes, you know, we're left wanting and we need assistance.
Right.
Yeah.
We need help. And we don't, and because we're so used to, I'm gonna get it on my own. I can do it. I can take it.
Got it on my own. That's another thing. It's like, I've never
That's
needed.
such a trap too. Like
exactly.
It is.
This
is new to me.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like this is all new to me too. Like all these feelings and fucking emotions and shit. And it's like, I've never had this before. And now I have so much of it, and it's like all negative, and I feel like I have nobody by my side to like help me out a little bit. And I've never even wanted or needed that, but now I feel like I do. And it's like, how do I even like navigate that? It's a whole fucking thing.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
I know. What
you talk to me, I'll talk to you. Like you.
Hey, no, she'll talk to me. The fuck.
Well, fuck me. Goddamn.
Well, Logan, what were you trying to say before?
Territorial much?
Thank you both, though.
What was I trying to say before?
You were trying to say something before.
Oh, no. I don't know. He jogged my memory about something. I think it had to do with, like, you know, just the trap of, like, living, like, individualistically and stuff that. So, I don't know.
Solitary lifestyle. Yes.
Yeah. I'll remember it when I listen back to this. Yeah, it's all right.
But Annie, I just wanted to say before we go, because we're gonna go. I just want to say this, like friend to friend, but also like struggling person to other person, because you're like, it's weird. How do I navigate this? And there's no shame in feeling like that. Just remember, like, sailors navigating the oceans before they knew where the land was had to just go about it and learn via trial and error. And it wasn't necessarily easy. Sometimes it got a little shipwrecked, but eventually we got an entire map of the globe. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Bars.
it was hard. It's hard to navigate. It was uncharted.
This is my defense mechanism. Sorry, I have to make jokes.
That was good.
It's uncharted waters and it's hard. How you go? Yeah. But an adventure, it's always a new frontier. But, one thing about the human spirit, which is one of my favorite parts, is when we're not living in fear, is when we see the new frontier. And we don't necessarily take it by the horns, but we're not afraid to continue wandering further. You know what I'm saying? So you got it. It's hard, but you got it. That's all.
Thanks.
That's a good place to start. Stop. Mitch, do you have anything you want to leave the people with?
Oh fuck! I don't know how the fuck.
That whole sermon was pretty good.
Anyway, I'm not as grinchy as it seems in terms of the holiday season. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I'm not as grinchy in terms of holiday season. I just think people need to remember the meaning of things, because as history progresses, we forget the meaning of things. And speaking in history, I always never forget that those who don't study their history are doomed to repeat it. And there's a lot of fucking history I ain't never trying to repeat or have repeated ever again. Right. So that's just how I feel about that in that capacity. Otherwise, be free with your sexual expression, though it is hard, no matter how you look. That is your right. Align your sexual energy to your positive self, to be your best self, because that is your right. And as Annie said, just keep swimming. Uncharted waters are the scariest, but being fearless isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to be able to overcome it despite your fear.
Sheesh.
Damn.
Mitchell out.
Damn. Annie,
the girl said she.
Yeah, she said she.
She was like, shut up, nigga, damn.
Oh, that's not what that means.
I know. I'm playing.
Annie, do you have anything you want to leave the people with?
Mitch wrapped it all up pretty nicely with the bow on top. Tweet at me your Halloween ideas for me.
What's your Twitter? Tell the people.
Yeah, you go.
I don't know. Actually, I have to look at it. I just got one.
Oh, you just made a Twitter?
Yeah, because what? Because I was writing about stuff. I was going through at one point, and I wrote. Did I write something? Yeah, I wrote something that I was like, "Ooh, that's good. That's deep. That's something like if I had a Twitter, I would tweet that." And then I made a whole Twitter, but then by the time I made the Twitter, I forgot what it was, and I was like, "Shit."
Damn, then you're locked in.
Yeah, now I just have a Twitter, no tweets or anything, but it's I don't know what.
That's so
I'm
great.
sure it's like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. My name's Annie. It's Chuck over. How do we even? I don't know how to work this. I don't know.
Don't worry.
Follow us on whatever. You'll find me somehow, some way. I'm sure.
That's so funny. Okay.
Till next time.
All right. Thank you. I'm like, are you done? Is that what you got to say?
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Okay. I'm gonna make an effort this year to take Mitch out holidaying. We're gonna do holiday shit.
Same.
We're gonna yes.
We should do a special where the three of us do some holiday shit.
Oh man, we should do like a on the street thing or some shit.
So you guys are just gonna use the podcast as a means to pressuring me into doing holiday stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, like Memorial Day is coming up next week?
No, that was
Labor Day.
Or Labor Day?
Yeah, one of the summer ones, Labor Day.
No, that's a fall one. Labor Day's a fall one.
No, like the beginning and end of summer is the Memorial and Labor Day. Whatever comes first and last. It's one of those two.
Yeah,
anyways, by the time this comes out, happy Labor Day or Memorial Day, whichever one.
And the end of summer one.
Apparently, we don't know.
Memorial Day's in May. It's September. It's Labor Day.
I'm gonna check the calendar because it's Labor Day. Okay. Well, have a happy Labor Day, guys. I hope you don't go to work because it's fucking Labor Day.
I'll probably work.
Yeah.
You just say you sick. Don't.
No, I can't. I can't right now. I would, but I can't right now. So I got stuff to work on.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
And
don't listen to me.
Time and a half, player.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't even know if I'm working the holiday. It's just if I am, I can't miss it.
Plus, if you're working the holiday, you're gonna have time and a half.
You don't know if you are yet.
Yeah, I don't. I just gotta check my schedule. It's already up, but like I don't remember. And if I work on the holidays, it's time and a half.
Oh, okay. Well, happy Labor Day, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend, a good long weekend, or you had a good long weekend by the time this comes out. I do want to say that, you know, if you just bang your head against the wall about something in your life, just take a minute to just take a breather. Like, just stop. There's so, like, I literally meditated at work the other day. Like, I was like feeling so much stress, and I was like, you know what? If somebody catches me doing this, they just fucking caught me like trying to calm myself the fuck down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I was like at that level where it's just like, you know what? I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to like not have a bunch of anxiety about like a bunch of bullshit right now. And sometimes you just need that. Sometimes we just need to unapologetically take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? Why the fuck did I start a podcast if I can't speak?
Because you had me.
You were the last person I invited to the podcast.
I know. And then it happened, right?
No, that's like, okay. All right.
You're welcome. I'm here for you, boo-boo.
Anyways. Wow. You get so mad when I call you pet names. You get so mad, and now here you go.
Okay, all right.
I'll remember that. I'll remember.
All right, damn, bro. Why are you so sensitive right now, bro?
No. It's fine. I love you too. Shout out to Jinx Maze. Like, God.
I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm gonna say it. Shout out to Jinx Maze.
I don't get the reference.
You do get the reference.
Movie. You're the one who said it.
Oh, right. Jinx, sorry.
Anyways.
Oh, my God.
So, I hate him.
Anyways, you're right. I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
Like this all the time.
I'm sorry.
It's like, that's why.
I'm sorry.
Who knows?
Could you guys not, please? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm glad this is a recorded medium. You know what I mean? Like, it's got all the receipts. I don't have to do much. Yep. Yes. I got the Carfax.
I was thinking
Maze. With this Carfax shit.
I was thinking Maze like Willie Maze rather than Maze.
Fun to say and shit.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Jinx Maze for real. That was a great scene.
That's like her magnum opus. Like, that's like, you can't get any better than that.
Well,
if have you seen?
Well, allow me to turn to page 227.
I hope she's doing well.
No, I'm playing.
I hope she's doing well in all of her endeavors, and she's not a Republican. That's all I hope. Yeah, there's so many porn stars that are Republicans.
I know.
Like,
that reference I get.
Well, yeah, where are they getting their money?
Yo, it is so funny. Yes, it is so funny. The amount of Republicans voted for Donald, like porn stars that voted for Donald Trump is like insane.
Yeah,
like what everybody
just like make you
stop
stop watching it. As always, if you like the show, share the show.
Share that shit.
Definitely subscribe. Definitely like
that shit.
or hit the dislike button. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Engage.
Engage. Just engage. You know. Annie, say bye to the people.
Bye, people.
Mitch, go ahead and say bye to the people.
So long. Farewell. To you, my friend. Goodbye for now. Until the very end. I said so long. Farewell. To you, my friend. Goodbye for now. You gotta do the snaps thing. How does it?
Until we meet again.
Yeah. Until we meet again. Until we meet again. Please don't sue us.
No, we sung that. We sung that.
That's our song now. But like, seriously, no, please don't sue us. Anyway, we have no money. We have no money.
This is, I know, that's the best part about getting, you know what I mean? What you will take.
All right, come get it. Shit. I ain't got shit to lose, man. Do it.
Shirt off.
They're
my
like,
back.
your microphones.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh,
damn it.
I got us. Fuck. These were actually all we had. Fuck.
They're pretty nice.
Anyways, This has been episode 65 of the Milk and Toast podcast. I've been your host, Logan, and we're out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.